Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Is that scary enough for you?
I will stare at one then.
Gigas. Collar up, collar down. The Codex Gigas is the largest extant medieval illuminated manuscript in the world at a length of 92 centimeters. It is also known as the Devil's Bible because of a very unusual full-page portrait of the devil and the legend surrounding its creation. Let's see that pic. Let's see what it looks like. Let's see what that looks like. Looks like he's doing a really deep squat. Terrifying. So creepy. I love that. I mean, like, people had imagination back then too, but who knows? I think we like to believe as much as we like to be skeptical on this channel, so that's where I live. I live in the line of like, I lean on the line of skepticism, but I want to believe it, and a part of me is like, that would be cool, but also terrifying, so I hope it isn't real, you know what I mean? Dybbuk? Dybbuk. Number two, the Dybbuk box, and I probably said that wrong. In Jewish mythology, a Dybbuk is a malicious possessing spirit believed to be the dislocated soul of a dead person. It supposedly leaves the host body once it has accomplished its goal, sometimes after being exorcised. Yeah, I think it's supposed to be that, like, if you're exorcised or whatever with the demon, they have one of these ready so they can be like, gotcha, you know? Kind of like the spider in the glass. They just, we're gonna take this away now. I don't know why. But I watched a video with Ed and Lorraine Warren where they keep all the things. And I was like, why don't you just burn them? It's because now we know where they are. I was like, oh, that makes sense. Because if we burn them, then we just release them. Like, oh, they knew what they were talking about. Schizophrenia, okay. Schizophrenia is typically a lifelong condition characterized by acute symptom exacerbations and widely varying degrees of functional disability. Some of its symptoms, such as delusions and hallucinations, produce great subjective psychological pain. The most common delusion types are as follows. My feelings and movements are controlled by others in a certain way, and they put thoughts in my head that are not mine. I think that's so terrifying. Schizophrenia is such a... I mean, I'm glad we know more about it now because, like I've said in other videos, and I'm sure I'm not the only one, people used to think that demonic possession was what we now know was schizophrenia, right? And of course you would if you didn't know anything better. It's just so upsetting and so sad, but hopefully, like, we'll find a way to battle that. It's the worst. Hey guys, it's me, Raechel Fisher, and I'm back again with top 10 Central Dark, ready to be terrified by things that demons leave behind. They are just litterers. They leave so much behind. It's like, pick it up, buddy. Pfft. Leave it the way you found it, but they don't. So anyway, let's get started. Demonic cults. Charles Miles Manson was an American criminal and cult leader. In mid-1967, he formed what became known as the Manson family, a quasi-commune based in California. His followers committed a series of 9 murders at 4 locations in July and August 1969. Good old Manson. Oh, that guy. He's so awful. Just what was it with the 60s and the 70s? I swear to God, there was like there was just a bunch of weird. There was so much weird. So many serial killers. Every time I look up a serial killer, it's always like in the 1970s, or if I look up like a cult leader, it's the 1960s. Just wow. But then people would just be like, yeah, I can totally hitchhike. I don't understand. That's just, ugh. He was the worst. So awful. Curses. In particular, curse may refer to such a wisdom or pronouncement made effective by a supernatural or spiritual power, such as a god or gods, a spirit or a natural force, or else as a kind of spell by magic or witchcraft. In the latter sense, a curse can also be called a hex or a jinx. In many belief systems, the curse itself or accompanying ritual is considered to have some causative force in the result. To reverse or eliminate a curse is sometimes called removal or breaking, as the spell has to be dispelled and is often requiring elaborate rituals or prayers. Yeah, curses. There's like a weird way you can tell that a curse is real if you like crack an egg and it's something, if there's bubbles then you're cursed, if there isn't then you're good, I guess. Weird. I have one of these that a lady gave to me when I was in Greece. So Hopefully it protects me. Familiars, or imps, usually are small household pets that serves as a witch's companion. According to legend, familiars are sort of like guides who take the form of an animal on Earth. They are loyal guardians and protectors to witches who are sent to assist them with magic. I wonder if my dog's a familiar. She probably is. When I saw her, I just knew, you know? She's my dude. She's my bestie. We're soulmates. I love her so much. Why can't she live in Toronto with me? I think familiars are a good thing. Thanks, demons. Fear is a natural, powerful, and primitive human emotion. It involves a universal biochemical response as well as a high individual emotional response. Fear alerts us to the presence of danger or the threat of harm, whether that danger is physical or psychological. Well, if demons leave that behind, it's like, yeah, I guess so. I'm terrified of them, so they would make me definitely afraid. But that's like a human thing, you know? It's so human to be afraid. Show them your fear! We have no fear! Wonder Woman. Anyways, I'm scattered today, sorry. Temptation is the desire to engage in short-term urges for enjoyment that threatens long-term goal. In the context of some religions, temptation is the inclination to sin. Whatever. What is it? What's the phrase? I can resist anything except temptation. That's it. Nothing can make me cool. I knew I was a loser. It's fine. Proud of it. Famine. A famine is a widespread scarcity of food caused by several factors including war, inflation, crop failure, population imbalance, or government policies. This phenomenon is usually accompanied or followed by regional malnutrition, starvation, epidemic, and increased mortality. Yeah, it's pretty unfortunate. Famine is not fun. If you think going 2 hours without food is bad, you don't know famine, man. That's the worst. You don't know hangry until you know that kind of hangry. It's so upsetting. Emperor Mao loved doing that to his people. Good job, buddy. Disease. A disease is a particular abnormal condition that negatively affects the structure or function of all or part of an organism, and that is not due to any immediate external injury. Diseases are often known to be medical conditions that are associated with specific signs and symptoms. I think we all know about that now pretty well, don't we? There was a certain something that happened over this year that we all hate, right? Yeah, we all do. It was awful. It still is. It's still going. Hopefully we get rid of it. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. That was our top 10 list of scary things that demons have left behind. I've been your host, Raechel Fisher, and until next time, take care and stay scared. Or followed by regional malnutrition. Spell has to be dispelled and is often requiring elaborate religion. And is often requiring. Oh, I was doing so well. And requiring elaborate religion. And is often requiring. Oh.
Quick one.
Okay, I have to read the thing. The text at the top. Is that scary enough for you?
I will stare at one then.
Gigas. Collar up, collar down. Probably down, you loser. Come on. Alright. Speaking's not good for me today. Number 1. The Codex Gigas is the largest extant medieval illuminated manuscript. You know what I mean? Alright, number 2, I know how to say this. Dybbuk? Dybbuk. Number 2, the Dybbuk. Number 2, they knew what they were talking about. Alright, let's go back. Let's read another one. What did you do?
There's no 3, there's 2 8s, so I don't know what the fuck's what.
Alright, whatever. I'll just read all of them and they'll match up with the picture anyway. Alright, number 3, schizophrenia. What was I gonna say? I should do the title now, right?
You can see each other show at the end.
Okay. Familiars are sort of like number 8, temptation. Ooh. I can resist anything except for oh no, I brutalized it. Let's go. Number 9, famine. Why did I say it like that? Number 9. Anyways, I have to do the intro and the outro. What? Thanks, buddy.